The first finalist in the Excellence in Project Management, Projects Over $10 Million category is the Clark Construction Group, California LP, for the Hall of Justice project, Los Angeles. For 7 decades, the Los Angeles Hall of Justice was a significant piece of American judicial history. The ornate circa 1925 building was damaged during the 1994 Northridge earthquake and was deemed structurally unsound. It sat dormant for 20 years, falling deeper into disrepair until Los Angeles County decided to reopen the building. This effort would require a structural retrofit, historic restoration, and complete tenant improvement. The Clark Construction Group was awarded a design-build contract to repair and restore the Hall of Justice. Clark was already pursuing a highly aggressive schedule when just 7 months into the project, the team discovered that all of the steel frame members were coated in lead-based paint. This discovery easily could have derailed the entire project, but Clark devised a unique solution to keep the project on track, based on rescheduling and resequencing construction activities. Quality workmanship and attention to detail were paramount. Even though the county did not intend to register the building as a historic landmark, Clark chose to comply with the Secretary of the Interior's standards. Clark successfully negotiated changes to ensure that the county's budget for the project was maintained. This was no small challenge, considering the complexities and the risk of performing a structural retrofit, tenant improvement build-out, and historic preservation project under a design-build-delivery method. Clark also met high sustainability goals, exceeding contractual obligations by delivering a LEED Gold certified project, rather than the LEED Silver originally sought, without compromise to the building's historic fabric. Superior project management throughout the 3-year planning, design, and construction phases directly resulted in the on-time and on-budget delivery of a modern, functional facility that retained the building's historic elements.
The next finalist in the Excellence in Project Management, Projects Over $10 Million category is Flatiron West Incorporated for their Route 1576 separation project, Fallbrook. Flatiron West Incorporated successfully completed a critical road separation and bridge widening project in Fallbrook, California in the lightning-fast 175 days. The project finished ahead of schedule and far quicker than the engineer's original estimate, thanks to an approach that relied on ingenuity, innovative staging, and partnering. Designed to relieve existing and future traffic congestion on a critical portion of the highway in northern San Diego County, the project widened the California 76 bridge over Interstate 15 and expanded the 76-15 separation. The project risk was high from the very beginning. Flatiron bid the job based on needing not only a set budget, but an extremely accelerated schedule of just 175 working days, less than a third of the 600 days that the state engineer estimated the project would take had it not been on an accelerated schedule. Flatiron faced large dollar amounts for both liquidated damages and time-related overhead items if goals were not met. The team knew they had to find quick but fair solutions to design changes, differing conditions, and any other issues that might arise during the project. Crews worked around the clock and used innovative staging techniques. The Caltrans Flatiron management team jointly devised ways to value engineer the station to cut down on workdays and eliminate temporary paving sections. This also enabled completion of tough tie-ins during a single shift. One major challenge occurred during construction when a large design change called for adding a water line and casing in the bridge. The Caltrans Flatiron team worked closely with the local water district and its designers to develop the best design that impacted the project schedule as little as possible. Although they faced early challenges, the team ultimately developed a high degree of trust and worked together to solve problems. They completed the job safely and well under the engineer's cost and schedule estimate.
The next finalist in the Excellence in Project Management, projects over $10 million category, is Hensel Phelps for their California Healthcare Facility Package Number 3, DeWitt Nelson Correctional Annex Project, Stockton. Hensel Phelps knew they were facing an extraordinarily complex and challenging project when they took on the DeWitt Nelson Correctional Annex Project, or DNCA, for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, CDCR, in Stockton. The $136 million design-build project transformed the site from a decades-old youth detention facility into a high-tech medical support facility to support the inmate population. Overlapping the same project timeline, multiple projects were being built on-site by other prime contractors. From the outset, CDCR made it clear that meeting the scheduled completion date of May 1st, 2014 was paramount to comply with a federally mandated timeline to bring the new facility online. That timeline allowed just 21 months for design, demolition, abatement, and new construction to complete. The CDCR schedule models initially predicted that the project would finish approximately 6 months behind the desired completion date. But Hensel Phelps was determined to prove the models wrong and do whatever it took to meet the original deadline. But the team faced a series of challenges that put the schedule to the test. Mid-project, the owner requested approximately $12 million in changes, with 0 time extensions. One particularly challenging change was requested in month 7, that the lethal electrified fence surrounding the California healthcare facility be interconnected with the DeWitt Nelson Correctional Annex fence to form one combined barrier. This request included constructing an additional tower. At the same time, renovations of existing buildings on site had uncovered serious unforeseen conditions requiring additional work. The Hensel Phelps design-build team took a proactive, collaborative approach. Ultimately, they met all goals and delivered a project that not only met but exceeded CDCR expectations. The DeWitt Nelson Correctional Annex project now serves as the model and has paved the way for design-build as the preferred contracting method within the CDCR.
The last finalist in Excellence in Project Management, projects over $10 million category is Unger Construction Company for the Sutter Santa Rosa Regional Hospital Project, Santa Rosa. For the builder, perhaps nothing is more difficult than constructing a hospital in California's highly regulated climate. The design and construction of the Sutter Santa Rosa Regional Hospital presented Unger Construction with unique challenges that required unconventional responses. In 2008, Sutter Health hired Unger Construction to work with HGA architects to design and build the Santa Rosa facility. The project had strict budget and schedule parameters and no flexibility. The budget was created without drawings, and the 2014 hospital opening date was set prior to construction starting. Unger used a variety of project management tools to accelerate the design process, while keeping the costs within Sutter's limits. They employed a unique collaborative management process of integrated project delivery, or IPD, and utilized target value design. All 13 major contractors and designers signed a multi-party contract with a guaranteed maximum price and committed to placing 100% of their profit at risk in a shared pool if final costs exceeded the maximum. Despite excellent planning, challenges inevitably arose during construction. For one, a water treatment plant had to be incorporated into the project after the local water district reneged on its agreement to supply water to the site. The team devised a way to integrate the new plant without affecting the end date. as well as to absorb the $7 million extra cost into the GMP through various savings measures. In addition, Unger integrated fuel cell generation technology, which provided significant energy cost savings, a move that allowed the project to achieve LEED Gold status instead of the silver it was originally seeking. Unger completed the Sutter Santa Rosa Regional Hospital on time and $3 million under budget, despite adding $17 million of value-added scope along the way.